Hey there, welcome back to our AI in Action series here on Tech Savvy 101, your go-to podcast for learning how to use AI tools in real time. I'm Sarah Baker, your Tech Savvy bestie, with another time-saving AI trick that's going to make your life so much easier. Whether you're an experienced AI user or just getting the hang of things when it comes to artificial intelligence, stick with me as I share some of my favorite tips, tricks, tools, and shortcuts to save you hours each week within your business. In these episodes, I'm not just talking about AI tools, I'm showing you how to use them in real time. If you're listening to this episode right now, no worries, you're going to find the YouTube link for this episode in the show notes. Feel free to listen along right now and then grab the link afterwards. Here's what you're going to expect from today's episode. We're going to continue with our deep dive into ChatGPT, and today we are focusing on how to craft your very first prompt and unlock better, juicier responses with ChatGPT. Think of this episode as your cheat sheet for writing prompts that actually get results, whether you're brainstorming content, drafting emails, or planning a launch. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this series, and leave a review if today's episode helps you feel more confident using ChatGPT. And if there's another AI tool that you want me to cover in future AI in Action episodes, let me know in the comments. So let's dive right in. Let's start with, what is a prompt? A prompt in ChatGPT is the question, the instruction, or the task that you're giving to your AI intern. Let's call your intern Chad. Chad is brand new to your business. He doesn't know anything about you or your business or your offers or your brand voice or anything. So you have to tell Chad everything. ChatGPT is going to generate a response based off of what you tell it. The better your prompt, the better your results. Think of it as teaching. You're the teacher now. And on the flip side of that, if you don't give Chad very much to go on, Chad is going to do his darndest, but you're not going to get very good results. Garbage in, garbage out. So what happens if you give Chad, your AI intern, a bad prompt? You don't give it good instructions. I've opened up an incognito window where I'm not logged in. So this is blank space, Chad on his very first day. So if I tell Chad, hey, write me a 3-sentence Instagram caption for a digital course launch, and I hit enter, I'm going to get some real junk. I'm telling you that right now. Here's what Chad, my intern, has given me. Ready to level up with a rocket emoji. My new digital course is officially live, designed to help you master subject and achieve your goals faster. Enroll today and start your transformation. Link in bio. #new course. #level up. #unlock your potential. Can you tell an AI wrote that? Yeah, you can. And why is that? Let's do a deep dive and figure out what went wrong. What happened here and how did I miss the mark? And why is it my fault and not Chad's? Well, I didn't tell him anything. I didn't tell him what my business is. I didn't tell him who I am. I didn't tell him what I do. I didn't tell him anything. This is garbage. It's a garbage prompt. So of course I got garbage out. And I feel like what has happened in the last year or so is a lot of people have given ChatGPT a try, but without knowing it, they were giving it a garbage prompt. So they got output like this. And then they said, well, ChatGPT isn't for me. And so they gave up. But in this episode, we're going to be going over how can you write really juicy prompts so you get really amazing output so that you stop giving up on ChatGPT and start leaning in hard. So let's go over the anatomy of an amazing prompt so that you stop getting output like this and start getting amazing output. So what I want to share with you now is the basic prompt framework. This is something that I learned from Rick Mulready, and I use this as my baseline for how I write all of my prompts. What you're going to do is start with the background. You have to tell Chad, your intern, who they are. Here are some examples. You are a world-class copywriting expert with a specialty in writing captions for Instagram. That's much more specific than write some captions like our previous example. Or you are an SEO expert with a specialty in keyword research for blogging. You are a YouTube growth expert with an expertise in growth of new YouTube channels. Already light years ahead from what we gave it previously. Step 2 is audience. You have to give it context. So some examples would be your target audience is online course creators, or your target audience is small business owners.
Now, if you already have a very defined target audience or ideal customer, great. Give that information to ChatGPT. Tell it even more. ChatGPT loves details. The S in the basic prompt framework is specific task request. Specific request, tell it what you want it to do. Examples would include your job is to take this podcast transcript and to create Instagram posts based on this transcript. Here are a few examples of Instagram posts I like. And then include those examples. And you can literally cut and paste an entire transcript and the examples you like right into ChatGPT, right into that box in the middle. Or your job is to create a series of however many blog posts promoting XYZ product and course to be posted over 30 days in the lead up to the launch of the product and course. Each blog post should build on the prior post and drive readers to register for the free masterclass. And then you provide the details about the product and course. Do you see how specific that information is? You're telling it exactly how many you want to be posted within 30 days, and that they should build on one another, and that you want them to ultimately drive the readers to register for your free masterclass. That is so specific. The I is instructions, format, tone, length. Again, the blog post here are some examples. The blog post outlines should be for blog posts that are 80 or 800 to 1,000 words in length. Here are details about my brand voice. We will be diving into how to train Chad, your intern, on your brand voice in a future AI in Action episode. But if you already have your brand voice outlined and you have it handy, drop it in there. If you also have examples of prior content that you've written that is in your own voice, give it that. Drop it in there. If it's a transcript from a podcast or a blog post or a long form Instagram caption, you can say, here are examples of prior content I've written. Please mimic this content. And then the C is constraints. You can think of this as the what not to do's. Do not write content for any platform outside of Instagram. Do not go outside of the length parameters that I have given you. Do not make up information or facts. If you saw or listened to the episode a few episodes back where I was showing my screen and it made up some facts, and I pushed back and I said, what is the source of this fact? And it came back and said, oops, my bad, I made that up. So I often will put in my prompts, do not make up facts. Or the next one, always include the source for any statistics you cite. And that helps it to know, oops, I can't just make things up. A pro tip that I put is to save examples of other creators whose content you like. If you find Instagram captions or YouTube videos or podcast episodes or blog posts or anything like that, where you just really like their format. This is not copying. I want to make that clear. I'm not saying copy their content, but what I'm saying is if you really like the way that they format their show notes on their podcast or their templates not their templates, but their captions on Instagram, save those into a swipe file of, I really like how they do this. And then feed it into ChatGPT and say, do not copy these, but instead use them as templates that I like. And it can then give you output that is formatted similarly. The ultimate pro tip that I want to share is ask AI how to prompt it. It's so meta. But say, what is the ideal way to write the prompt for you? Did your mind just explode? I know mine did when I figured that out. And then finally, when ChatGPT will ask you kind of towards the end, when it gives you some content, it'll say, do you need any further information from me? Tell it what you want. This is the ultimate, you don't ask, you don't get. You can just keep going. Actually, yeah, I'd really also like it if you could help me turn this, blog post into an Instagram caption. And now can you turn it into a Facebook post? And now can you turn it into, just keep going. Or even ask it to help you come up with additional ideas. What about, here's some stuff that I've already written. Do you have any suggestions for how I could improve it? The possibilities are truly endless.
You are now ready to start creating your own super juicy ChatGPT prompts. I'm going to drop all of the examples I referenced from today's episode into the show notes so that you can grab them. And remember, regardless of your business type or what you're looking to get out of ChatGPT, prompts are the key to unlocking the juiciest responses. In the next episode, we're going to be diving into how to refine your responses and make them even better using iterative prompting. We're getting into the really good stuff now, my friends, so stick with me. And there you have it, another time-saving AI trick for you to start using today. If you want to see exactly how I did it, check out the video demo in the show notes or catch it on YouTube. And make sure to come back next week for another AI in action tip that'll help you work smarter, not harder. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Tech Savvy 101. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode in this series, and leave a review if today's episode got you excited and feeling more confident about using AI in your own business. I'll see you really soon.